So we're going to make today a vegan lasagna that is super easy, super delicious. And the key to this is, I think, the tofu ricotta that just gives it a creaminess. So that includes tofu, which I'm going to drain here. So we have a 14-ounce block of tofu, and I'm going to get a little of extra water out of this, which you can do. You can take a clean kitchen towel and take your block of tofu and wrap it up and just press it lightly, get some of that extra moisture out of there. Some people put a stack of books or bricks or something on it. I'm not that patient, so I just squeeze it a little bit. And then we take that block of tofu and crumble it up into the blender here. We add to that a 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast, which gives it a cheesy flavor. Teaspoon of Italian seasoning, a 1/4 cup of cashews. I've pre-soaked these so they blend a little better. And 2 cloves of garlic, which I've chopped roughly just so the blender pulls it in better. What we have then is a nice creamy ricotta. And depending on the kind of tofu you have, the recipe calls for extra firm. I didn't happen to have extra firm, so this is a little creamier. If you have really firm tofu, you may need to add a little water to it. So just get it to the consistency you like. So now we're ready to assemble the lasagna. And I like to use this, comes from Whole Foods. It's their organic fat-free marinara sauce. And so it has just good ingredients in it, great flavor. And this takes 2 jars of that. One of the great things about this lasagna is you can put whatever you like as filling in, or you can have it just plain with the noodles. I had just a couple shiitake mushrooms left over, so I chopped those up. I had some spinach. If you have the pre-washed baby spinach, you can just take it as is. I had the adult spinach, so I washed it and chopped it a little bit, took the stems off. And then to make it extra easy, I'm using a brown rice noodle. The thing about brown rice noodles is that you do not have to pre-cook them because they cook so fast that they will just cook in the lasagna. So here's how we do this. I take a little bit of the marinara, put it in the bottom. And then we'll start with a layer of noodles. And these are 100% organic brown rice. So they're a whole grain pasta, which is what is ideal. And you can just spread your ricotta right onto the noodles, and that makes it super easy to put in. And start to spread those in your pan. My noodles never fit perfectly in the lasagna pan, so you kind of have to fiddle a little bit. Sometimes break them up or overlap them. And then I'm going to add my mushrooms to this layer. Some spinach, which will cook down. And then a layer of sauce. What we're going to do here is another layer of noodles and another layer of spinach and another layer of sauce. And then we'll do one more layer of noodles and one more layer of sauce. And that way we want to make sure that all of the noodles are covered in sauce so that they cook and they don't get hard and crispy on top. So we're just going to speed up the picture here and you can watch all that happen, and then we'll be ready to bake. Going to put this in the oven for 45 minutes. And we'll want to check it, make sure that the noodles are tender, and then take it out. Okay, our 45 minutes are up, and I've checked, and it's nice and tender, so we're going to take it out. Look at that. It's beautiful.
Smells like it's ready to eat.
So we'll let that sit for about 15 minutes and then we can slice it so it'll firm up a little bit. Thanks for joining me.